What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Shep's Garage video, and today is the day I am very excited. I'm going to reveal to you guys our new Porsche 911 replacement. In the last video, I said at the end of the video and in the comment section if you guys could guess it, and one or two of you, I believe, actually sort of were on the right track on what the car was. And today I'm going to reveal to you guys what the car is, talk about the car, why we chose it, and some really cool features about the car. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Before we get started, if this is the first time seeing my face on your screen, don't forget to please click that subscribe button and the like button down below. By subscribing, which is completely free by the way, you get Mark 8 GTI content and a bunch more other car content. You guys have been absolutely crushing by supporting the videos, which I am forever grateful. We have just crossed 670 subscribers and getting closer to 700. I really hope that we can get to 1,000 eventually, because then that's when I can start being paid by YouTube, which means I can start sort of, or not really, but eventually making YouTube my full-time job, which is my dream job basically. So by subscribing and liking the videos, you're gonna help support me by achieving my dream job, by becoming a full-time YouTuber. Anyways, without that talk out of the way, let's get straight into this car reveal. One quick thing before we get to the car reveal is that I want to put a quick disclaimer out there, and that is that by doing these car reveals, I am not trying to brag whatsoever. I hate the idea of bragging. I am usually a very civil, humble person, and all I'm really doing is trying to make cool content with our cars. Obviously, I didn't buy this car, obviously, but I am making videos on it to try to make cool car-related content for you guys, and I'm trying not to brag whatsoever. So I want to put that quick disclaimer. I'm not trying to show off or anything. This is clearly just I'm making a video on our new Porsche replacement. So I'm very grateful for the life that I have and the life that I live. So I want to put that out there because I do get some comments that say, oh, stop showing off your stuff. Well, I'm really clearly just making videos on it. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into the reveal. So without further ado, say hello to our brand new 2022 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. So, that is right, we bought a brand new 2022 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. But what makes this rare is that it has the beautiful 7-speed manual transmission, which if you know your Porsches and then you know that on the 992 the manual transmission is very rare to come by. So let's talk about first why we sold our old 911. Now, I first want to go back to the previous two Porsches that we owned. Now, the OG subscribers would know that we previously owned a 2017 Porsche Boxster, 718 Boxster, and then after that we owned a 2017 911. But you may be wondering, why did we sell the 2017 911 that we had? Well, it's a really simple answer, and it comes down to that a while ago, dealers were looking for inventory. They reached out to us saying that they'll give us a really good deal, if a good price related to the market, if we sold our car to them, because they needed inventory. And a couple months later, that is what we did. So this car is actually an order. This car we ordered about 6 months ago, and 6 months ago the dealers reached out to us saying, do you want to trade in your car for money? And we asked if they had orders. Long story short, they did, and well, this is the result. That 2017 911 was actually a pretty good financial investment because we bought that car, drove it for a year. We bought it with 39,000 miles. We drove it up to 43,000 miles, and we literally had to pay, like, the cost of ownership is very, very, very little because the dealer bought back the car for almost, or basically what we paid for it. So that was actually a pretty good investment because that 911 that we previously owned didn't really cost us anything, because as well as with the car market going right now, it's kind of slowly declining, that we thought that that was a pretty good investment. So now you guys know what happened to our old 911. Let's talk about our new 911. So that is right, we ordered this car, we spec'd out basically every single option on the car, we picked the colors and everything, and we never really have ordered a car before. I mean, excluding like telling the dealer what we want in a car. We've never like ordered a car the way we want, and we wanted to make this 911. We didn't want to spend a lot compared to like Porsche. In Porsche world, this 911 is a good, it has the right amount of options, but we didn't overload it. But we also spec'd it out pretty uniquely. We wanted a really unique spec. So I kind of want to walk you guys over the sort of spec and some of the cool features we decided to choose. So this car is actually really, really nice. I'm really happy the way it came out. So the color we chose for this car, we didn't want to choose chalk or any special color, anything. We actually chose this color called Dolomite Silver Metallic, which is a color that you can't get anymore, which we thought that would be a pretty good investment because it's a silver that you can't actually get anymore. It's the silver in the sun has a very blue tinge to it instead of GT Silver Metallic, which is another Porsche color, and that has more of a black or white tinge to it. We thought that the Dolomite Silver would go well with the blue top and interior choice we decided to choose with. Another noticeable touch that we did was the vertical slats in Dolomite Silver, so it kind of matches a little bit nicer, which I thought that would be pretty nice. I think that would look really nice, but it's just a small touch that makes this car look even nicer. Now, as you can see, we did choose a 4S, and the reason why we chose a 4S instead of a Carrera S, which is the sort of base car you can get with a manual transmission, is because we actually wanted to drive this a little bit in the snow. We wanted to, and the main other reason is because if my brother decides to drive, my mom would need a car, so 4S would probably make sense because of Massachusetts four-wheel drive. So that is why we also chose a 4S. A lot of people say that the 4 in the 4S takes away from the the Porsche driving experience. I don't tend to find that. I find that if you have as long as you have the S in the 911 name, like a Carrera S or just any 911 in general, they all drive and handle fantastic. So beautifully and fantastically. Now moving on to some of the other options we chose. So one of them is the Sport Design Kit or Body Kit option, I think is what it's called, or Sport Design Package. So with the Sport Design Package, you get this redesigned front bumper compared to the normal standard 992 bumper, which I'll put a picture up on the screen of what the standard bumper looks like. You also do get the Sport Design side skirts, which come out a little bit, which I really like the look of. And then you also do get the Sport Design diffuser, which looks way nicer. You have these cool fins going in here, which are kind of floating, and then the license plate is moved up slightly, and I'll put the picture of what the rear diffuser of the standard 992 bumper looks like. Now the reason why we chose this option is because it just generally looks better in our opinion. I really like how, especially with the front fascia, that it kind of goes back to like what the 991 bumper or kind of looks like what the 991.2 bumper looks like. I think that this bumper, this kit with the Sport Design kit on it, it looks a lot nicer compared to the standard 992. But there's nothing wrong with the standard 992 bumpers anyway. It's just personal preference, really. Now, another option that we decided to choose was the upgraded, I think these are called the Carrera Classic wheels, which I think are the best looking 992 wheels that they offer. We want to do something upgraded from the standard Carrera and Carrera 4S and S wheels, which I'll put a picture of what those look like on the screen. I think that these wheels, I think they're called the Carrera Classic wheels, or they may be called the RS Spider wheels. Not too sure, don't quote me on either of those, but I think that the gray matches really well with the silver. So that was my sort of thinking there. And I kind of helped pick options as well, because, well, I'm a big spec person. So again, we didn't want to choose too many options, but we also wanted to choose a lot of options that would help the resale value of this car if we decide we wanted to get rid of it at some point. Yeah, going back to the wheels, I love the look of these wheels. They are 21s in the rear. I think they're 22s in the rear and 21s in the front, so it's a staggered setup, and I love these wheels. They look fantastic. We also did the colored Porsche crest in the middle, because why would you not? I think it looks way better than the standard black and white that you do get on the standard. If you don't get this option, it just comes black and white, but we did the colored ones because it looks really nice. Another option we chose, which I absolutely love and I definitely don't regret, is the exclusive design taillights. So the exclusive design taillights basically gets rid of the red here for the brake light and here as well, which I think this looks really good matching with the silver paint. Again, I think this looks way nicer. Still in the United States, these have to be red, and same thing with the front, they have to be orange, but I love how the exclusive design taillights look. They look fantastic. So highly recommended option if you do go with like sort of a neutral color like gray, black, silver, stuff like that. We also did a lot of black accents around the car. So we did the Porsche letters in black, the emblems in black, and we also got sport exhaust, so we did the tailpipes in black, which doesn't cost anything more extra than the normal silver tips here sport exhaust, but thought those would look really nice with the black badges at the rear. Now, let's move on to the interior of this car, which is where a lot of the other options continue. So, we chose to do the graphite blue interior, which we've never seen another car or another 992 with this interior. And we didn't do the one with the chalk stitching because we didn't think that would look we didn't really like the look of it, we'll just say that. So we did the graphite blue interior, which looked great. Everything is blue. The dashboard, the seats, the carpet, everything is blue. And I just love the look of this interior. It's such a nice color blue as well. Stepping inside, we can automatically notice the best option, in my opinion, and that is the 7-speed manual transmission. This transmission is beautiful, fantastic. The throws are so short, and it is just fantastic. So definitely one of the best options. We've always wanted a manual 911. This was the reason of getting rid of the old one. The old one was PDK. Always wanted a manual 911. We finally have one, and this manual transmission is so sweet. The way that this thing just goes through the gears is like crazy insane. And if there's enough demand, if you guys want a video, I will do a video on this manual transmission. There is not a lot of manual transmission 911 videos on YouTube, especially with the 992. There are hardly any videos when I was looking at this car on YouTube. Hardly any videos of the manual transmission 992. I know there are a lot of manual GT3s videos out there, but not on just normal, like, civilian 992s. So if you guys want a video on this manual transmission, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will make a video on it. Now let's move on to some of the other options. Now, if you do get the manual transmission, which is this is actually a pretty good deal, because you do get the Sport Chrono package for free. So we didn't pay for the Sport Chrono package. We probably wouldn't have optioned it, to be honest, if we did do this, but the manual transmission comes with a Sport Chrono package, which you can change the dials on the steering wheel with, which is pretty neat. And we also did the Sport package, so that lowers the car 10 millimeters down lower, and you get Sport exhaust, which I probably will show later. We also did the premium package, which kind of gets you basically everything you need in the car. Bose sound system, the better headlights outside. It also gets you the ventilation seats. What else does it give you? I think blind spot, 360 camera, stuff like that. I think that that's just an automatically must-need option because it just gets you everything you need in the car. So there's that. Another option we chose was the matte carbon fiber trim, which we thought that would be a good option because one, who doesn't love carbon fiber, and two, my mom also really liked the look of it. So we did the matte carbon fiber trim, which gives you right up on the dashboard, down here, right by the cup holder, and then up on the door trim is also matte carbon fiber. Now, this carbon fiber looks a load better than the old 991 carbon fiber, which was just super shiny. This matte carbon fiber is way prettier. As on the standard 992 trim, I hear is also very nice. It's a good quality trim. Me personally, I wouldn't have chose this option. Even though carbon fiber is beautiful, I wouldn't pay for it. But again, I didn't buy this car. It was mainly like a lot of my mom's decisions. So again, on that note, let's move on to the last few options we chose. Now, coming down below my feet, we have the pedals in aluminum. Now, we thought that would look really nice matching the outside of the car, so we did it. Also, who doesn't like aluminum pedals? Me personally, I also wouldn't have done this because you never see the pedals anyway. But an option I would have done is the Porsche crest in the back of the seat. $160 for this option. It comes on this driver's seat and this passenger seat. Looks great. I think it looks fantastic. The lighting is awful. You can probably not see it, but it's just embossed in the rear headrest, so it looks really nice. So I like that option. I'm gonna rattle the last three options off. First one, the Porsche logo hanging from the door. As you can see, I personally am not the biggest fan of these. I think they look kind of rice, but again, my mom thinks they look really pretty, so they're there. But I personally would not choose that option. Another option that I am still not too sure about is the GT Sport steering wheel. So this steering wheel is heated. It's very nice. You get the 12 o'clock marker. But other than that, I'm not too sure if it's really worth the extra money. I think it is smaller in diameter, and you also get these really cool rivets on the steering wheel. And the normal steering wheel is also heated. Other than that, I definitely would not have chose this option. And it's also thick. I think it's thicker as well in like width. But yeah, I wouldn't have chose this option. I think the standard steering wheel is fine. Last but not least, but the final option we chose is rear wheel steering and Power Steering Plus. Power Steering Plus is simply a software upgrade. Basically, at lower speeds, the steering is lighter. At higher speeds, the steering is tighter. Rear wheel steering is when you turn the front wheels one way and the rear wheels go in the opposite direction to get a better turning circle. We thought that would be nice with handling. And that is really all the options. Again, a good amount of options, but we didn't want to overload the car. And we also wanted to keep this under a good price point. We'll just put it that way. So that's really all of the options we chose. Now, I look forward to doing more videos on this car if you guys want them, as we only have a whopping, like, very low 58 miles on it. We literally have just picked this car up this past weekend. It is brand new, and I mean, overall, this car, the interior of it is just like gorgeous at night. I mean, it's already getting darker out now, and well, just take a look at this interior. We did the ambient lighting comes in the premium package, which looks very nice. Comes in the door panels here, and then the new updated Porsche infotainment system, which looks very nice. You have the sport exhaust, and you have these gauges, which I love how it's a physical attack in the middle, and then you can change what you want on either side, which is very neat. You can change everything from wet mode to normal to Sport Plus. This comes with Sport Chrono. Overall, lots of different menus to choose from. But yeah, that's really neat. You can click this button, and on the other side, you can choose for navigation or just a normal dial, which is very neat. So overall, that is our brand new 992 with the manual transmission. As I said, if you guys do want videos on this car, if you do want Porsche videos, I will be happy to make them. Unfortunately, this car is going to be going inside for the rest of the winter or very soon. So I won't be able to make that many videos much longer. So if you guys want them, let me know. And I will do a video on the manual transmission if you guys request it in the comment section down below. I normally wouldn't do it because you guys love the GTI content, but if you guys want it, I will do a video on the manual transmission. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, smash that like button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.